Greetings and good day. This is Christopher Fries here at Fries Forge. Today we're going to be taking a look at a method for managing your airflow to your solid fuel forge. Well, there are a few different ways you can get air to your solid fuel forge. Solid fuel forges like this one have the advantage over my propane forge of having a window that I can place larger pieces in, like great big axes and swords. That's what I intend to make with this guy. The airflow on it is controlled by a fan, which is an on and off switch, and a foot pedal that opens and closes a gate. And that foot pedal opening and closing a gate works pretty well, but fully closed on it doesn't fully close, therefore it burns up a lot of extra fuel, and it's also far more open than I would like for a low setting. So it blows through coal. It makes a whole bunch of smoke and dust and stuff like that, and neighbors probably don't appreciate that. So I'm gonna put on a regular old household dimmer switch and run my power through my fan through that. That's the exact setup that I have on this. This is my first coal forge, charcoal forge really, because I didn't have any coal at the time. And I've got this dimmer switch here running into a hairdryer. And you know, it worked reasonably well for what it is. The piping that I had on this is far too small. I should have gone with a much bigger piping. This forge here is built perfectly, but it has one flaw: the air. It probably didn't have that originally, of course, but it's old and it's been sitting for a while and it's rusted up. And after having used this system, I don't want to do anything else. I like this. The kind of coal that I am using is a bituminous coal. Anthracite doesn't work. You have to have consistent and constant airflow. So this system will work very well for your anthracite because you can set it all the way down to the bottom, or you can flick the little switch and turn it off, and then you can readjust. What I do is I set it to where I want it to be. I'm gonna say right there, and then I flip the switch off when I take the piece out of the fire. Works quite well. I like that. It's a good method. And what it will allow me to do is have a little more extra control over my airflow. And control over your airflow is so essential, so necessary. So, we need to go about getting this dimmer switch wired up into this forge, onto this blower. So this is my forge. This is the blower. This here, foot pedal, links up to here and opens up that. It's a gate. You can see the power cable here goes and travels along a lot of ways over to this switch at the back, which I'm not really a big fan of the position of. So what we're going to do is we're just going to reposition this so we can cut that switch out entirely, mount the new switch right about here. Sorry for the bright light. You wouldn't be able to see anything without it. I definitely don't have all the right tools to do all this, but when does that ever stop me, eh? There we go. I think I got it. Yeah. There we go. Sweet. So, this is just a common household extension cord. Nothing special about it. It's the cord that I was using previously on my old forge. We need to cut the shielding off. Do that. Go all the way through, otherwise you'll cut the wires underneath. And you want those intact. There we go. Very good. So, this end of this cable is ready. Make sure your cable's not plugged in. I unplugged it beforehand, but just throwing that out there. The problem that I'm gonna have with this cable is because they're so old, the copper in here is incredibly brittle. And every time I try to score around, I end up just breaking the stupid things. So I figured out a workaround for the very brittle copper, and I'm going to heat it up, get it real hot. That'll also burn the coating off and anneal the copper at the same time. Believe it or not, that works really well. And you can see I have it wired up here as well. This one shows red, and that's positive, negative, and then green is ground. So that's already all connected up in here. So, I mean, there's no need to do that twice. It's pretty easy to figure out how to do it. So, the short end being the plug end, which can match colors. Now, I am not in any way, shape, or form an electrician or really trained in AC electricity at all. So if you mimic me, you do so completely at your own risk. But this is what I do, and so far it's worked quite well. I don't have a soldering gun. I suppose I could use silver solder if I wanted to. This worked for me in the past, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I just want to reiterate that this is potentially dangerous. If you see me doing something here that definitely other people shouldn't emulate, please do leave a comment and say so. And if you are thinking about going this route, check the comments first. It's worked for me in the past. That's why I'm doing it. But it could have been stupid then, and it could be stupid now. I'm not an expert. I know a little bit about DC electricity, but I know next to nothing about AC. And this is AC wiring, of course, not DC. So just keep that in mind. Don't copy me right away, research this, but I don't expect to have any problems. But I mean, whoever expects to have problems, right? Sometimes things happen, and I would hate for you to injure yourself or burn your forge down or something like that if you were copying me. But if you can make it work for you, that's fantastic, because I find it to be very helpful. Turn up full, turn it on. It's working. Yes. I can hear the speed of the fan. That's on full. That's brought down a bit. Very good. It works. Fantastic. I think we're gonna mount this right here and be good to go. I'm gonna get to work using this right away, I think. Anyhow, hopefully this works for you as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please do leave a like, comment, and let me know what your method, preferred method of wiring up a dimmer switch or some sort of variable airflow regulation is. Anyway, that's enough for me today. Thank you very much for watching. May the force serve you well. Well, you're still here. It's over. Go home. I guess since you won't go away, I'll
take this moment to thank my fantastic and wonderful patrons. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. I love you long time. Over here you'll find a couple of videos I've done. This one is my most recent upload, and this one is one that YouTube has decided via its algorithms that you might enjoy. We all know how wonderful and fantastic and perfect YouTube's algorithms are, so I'm sure you have nothing to fear. Well, good luck.